welcome. My name's Melinda and I'm with Creative Collections. Hello and welcome. Hey, thanks for hopping on and saying hello. And if you're here watching the replay, welcome. If you're new, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. Like I said, my name's Melinda and I'm with Creative Collections. And we are going to do a little bit of crafting tonight. I was, excuse me. So I was like putting stuff away this morning, making my coffee and everything. And I realized, hey, you know what? I still have my winter table runner on my coffee bar. And so I was like, hey, hey, Connie. Hi, Michelle. Let's make a new table runner. So I see Connie commented first, so I'm gonna go ahead. It was like Connie, Michelle, hi honey, and Faye. Hello, Faye. So I was like, let's make a table runner, but let's make one like, you know, for the summer months. So we are going to, what did I do? Oh, here it is. I was like, where did I put we're gonna use this transfer tonight, Lavender Fields, okay? We're going to do it in 3 parts. So I'm going to use the lavender at the ends, and then we're going to use the whole transfer in the center of our table runner. Hi, Teresa. So I'm going to go ahead and pull y'all down below. Oh, yep. I knew my camera was off. Hold on. Sorry. I don't want to make anybody dizzy. Okay. Sorry about that. So we're going to use this transfer, Lavender Fields. It's a C size, 12 by 18. We're going to use this part here first, and we're going to put it right here, like on the end of each side, and then we're going to do the center. Okay, so let's go ahead and get busy because we got a lot to do. Hello, hello. How was everybody's day? Happy Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thursday, which is my Friday, so that makes me even happier. So when you're inking, I guess I should have told you, we're inking tonight. When you're inking, you do not need to fuzz your transfer. Because it's a textile. So you want it as sticky as possible to stick to the fabric. Okay. Oh, this is going to look so pretty. So we're going to do one on each end. And then I am going to eyeball it like I usually do. But I think that's about an inch from the thing. And I also put a cart link in, so in case anybody else wants to, the only thing I didn't add was the table runner, I think. Oh, and we're going to, sorry, I'm so discombobulated. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We're going to use sage, but I'm going to add a little bit of black, and we're going to make it more of that sweet pea sagey color. A darker sagey color, I guess. So we need some tools here. So I took 2 scoops of sage, and then I'm going to use some black, and we're inking. You could use paste if you wanted to. But we're going to use just a little bit, and that's all. I mean, that's probably even way too much. Because black goes a long way. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully it wasn't too much. I think it was too much. I think it was too much. Oops. So let's take some more. And I'm going to take a little bit of this that I had made and just put it in to that. Okay. Am I going to get rid of that other? No, I'm not. I'll save it. There we go. That is about what you want. We just wanted it a little dark, not extremely dark. I was over at my desk cutting some paper, and I got a sneezing attack, and now my nose is running, so excuse me. I had a sneezing attack. And then we're going to use, I don't even know if I've opened it. Let's see if I've opened it. I don't think I have. This is that new shimmer violet. I didn't even open it. Did you hear it pop? It was like that fresh pop of color. Okay, so we're going to do that. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to do these leaves, and then we'll do the shimmer violet. Okay. So just going to, it's like coloring it in. That's all you have to do is color it in. So some of these have like the vine that I can see. And so I'm just doing those real quick. That little pop of green that will come through. Okay. Hope everybody had a really good day. I did. Thanks for sprinkling. Okay, and then let's go ahead and I'm going to grab a small squeegee for this shimmer violet. Oh my gosh, isn't that beautiful? So it'll be a little shimmery. And then we'll turn it around, do the other side before we do the center. Whoops. Okay, so I'm not done with this transfer. Oh, I guess I need to go over it some more. I'm going to push it in, see if that does it. Because that didn't like, there we go. I'm like, that did not go in very well, did it? That's why you always check before you take it completely off. My goodness, I can't talk tonight. My throat is scratchy. I wonder what You did some inking today? Fun. I like to ink. I find it very relaxing, very fun. Just gonna look and see. Okay. Checking my fingers. Inking's always fun to do, I think. There, that's much better. Let me just double check. Okay, much better. Because the first time I did it, it didn't transfer in. Okay, let's go ahead and dry this a little bit before I take it off, and then we'll do the other side. Because this will lay across my coffee bar, and so it'll hang over the sides. And look at the shimmer. Isn't that pretty? And the one thing you want to do is that you want to lift it off of the mat to dry. This has got, like, you know, very loose weave, so it'll dry quickly. Yeah. Okay. It's not completely dry, but it's dry enough where I can turn it. It's like, what is that? And do this side. Okay. So that's all we're going to do is we're going to do the other side. Using an inking mat. And then I'm going to take that transfer again. And like I said, I'm just going to eyeball it a little bit. There we go. I don't like the squeegee I had. It's very flimsy, so I'm just going to get rid of it because it's like, ugh. I don't like a flimsy squeegee. Okay. Pushing that down, taking some of my ink that I made, and we're going to press it in. And then I'm going to lift just to make sure. Yep, it looks like I got it. Okay. You might have time this weekend, but definitely not next weekend. Went to Michael's and picked up 3 red shirts and started to make Canada flags shirts. Nice! Make sure you post them in the VIP page, and that way I can feature you. I love to see your guys' work, and I hope you guys all don't mind me featuring you on to show it off, because it inspires other people to create. Again, before I lift it, I'm going to just check and make sure that I got it. It all. Excuse me. Okay. Okay, I think we are good. There we go. Okay. Again, I'm going to just move the transfer out of my way. Oh, Connie, it looks like you are the one with the last comment. Are you doing a craft fair, Connie? Okay, we're going to dry this before we move to the center. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to do the one in November. That seems to be my good time. The time that I have available. So I'm going to have to switch out my winter table runner that I have on my coffee bar. I was looking at it this morning. I was like, oh my gosh, I still have, I mean, this kid's on like ice skates. It's like a winter scene. I'm like, I need to switch that out. So you book for January and possibly September. Nice. So you're going to do that one in January again where you were in like 10 feet of snow? Outdoors. I would come and buy from you just because you're out there in the elements. Any plans? Good night. Have a good day at work. Any plans for the long holiday? Does anybody have any plans? Rory has a double header. I have friends coming up from Portland. I believe they're coming Sunday. I'm going to spend the night. So it'll be fun to. I haven't seen them in. Well, I haven't seen one person in 5 years, and it's been about 6 or 7 years since I've seen her mom. So I'm looking forward to that. It'll be a nice visit. Okay. Now, it doesn't matter. I just have to find center. Let me find center real quick. Okay, so this is center. Let me clean up this mess of all this ink I have going on real quick. Never enough space. I could have a craft table that could be like 10 feet long, and I still would not have enough space. Taking flowers to put on the center. Aw, that's nice. You have 5. Okay. That's nice. Yes, I mean, that's our day of remembering. I'm just trying to make room. You're going to be inside. Nice. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're going to be inside, because when you posted that you were outside, I was just like, oh my goodness. You are a brave, brave person. Okay. So this is a 12 by 18. My mat is an 18 by 18. So this should fit right on my mat. And this is center, this line right here. So what I'm going to do is carefully like fold my transfer, and I'm going to set it down. And that's how I find center. Okay. I am not going to do these lines on the outside. I'm only going to do Lavender Fields, the lavender. I will do this part and this part down here, but not the border. So let's go ahead, push it down. It looks pretty straight to me, as straight as it's going to get, I guess. Okay. So we will go ahead and continue to use this ink that I made and pushing it in. Now, normally you would take this to the sink. You would wash this out because I've used it 3 times. That's why I'm checking to see, and it's still going fine. But you would want to take it and wash it in between uses. But because I'm so limited on my water out here, hopefully maybe this weekend, maybe I can get my son to come over Monday. I think he's off on Monday. He should be off. He's a postal worker, so. And all Happy Mail went out today. So be on the lookout if you were a Happy Mail recipient. Okay. Let me. I don't know what I did with my wet wipe. Oh, I must have threw it away. Clean my hands. Connie says, is to be off work in July. So you'll have lots of crafting to do. Lots of creating, right? Okay, we're gonna just check this before I see how I miss some areas. So I'm going to go back through. That side looks pretty good. But we're going to go through. And before you lift anything, you always check and see where it needs to be. I think that was the area. And it could be that my transfer is clogging. That looks good. Okay. That looks really good. Okay. Just checking my fingers. And then we're going to do this part in black. So we're going to do lavender. I'm going to just check and see. Okay, it looks good before I move on. So I'm really pushing it in to the tablecloth. It's not a tablecloth, table runner. And then I'm picking it up and okay, that looks good. Then we're going to do this part here. All in black. I'm going to make it easy peasy. Oh, timer. Connie again. Yay. That's the last comment I see. Okay, and then these last words down here. Soaps, oils, lotions, and sachets. And we're going to just scrape off the excess now. Okay. And then definitely check your fingers. See, look, I've got it all over. Okay, she says, along with lots of exercises to do. Absolutely. Yep, you have exercises to do. But just think, you're going to when you get that other knee replacement done, you're going to be able to go run a marathon. Just going to double check everything. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. Okay, so let me clean up and put the ink. I was going to say paste. Put the lid on my ink. Okay, that's there. Grab some paper towels. So when I lift this, I'm going to put this on the paper towel. Ta-da! Isn't that beautiful? Okay. And then I think what I'm going to do is put this down here on the floor. I'm going to spray it and then I'll roll it. So hold on. I'll take this into the house and clean it in the sink. So then I just rolled it up. So that's ready to go in the house. So let me put it over here. Okay. Whew. Okay. You can't wait. Okay. And then I was going to, Connie was the last comment. Hi, Deborah. Let's get that timer reset. Okay, so then what you're going to do is dry it just like we did the other two parts, and then we'll heat set it. And then this will be ready for my coffee bar. I bet you can't wait. I know my mom, when she was alive, she had knee issues really bad. She could hardly walk. And she had decided, ironically, she had decided 2 weeks before she had died, she was going to go to the doctor and ask for a knee replacement. And unfortunately, she never made it. You'll be 60 years old and life will start for you. Long day. I bet. Well, I sent you a package, Deborah. So it should be on its way. Well, it is on its way. It got mailed today. Well, let me just put it this way. My son, who's the mailman, he picked it up off my dining room table. So my guess is it's going to get checked in to the post office tomorrow when he goes back to work. Because he, on Wednesdays, he comes over to do some things around the house for me. He takes my trash out to the curb, you know, things like that. And I told him I left some packages on the table for him. And so he picked them up. But today he took the dogs. Willow got a grooming. You're welcome, honey. Willow and River both got groomed. They had to shave River down because she was matted. And I don't know what I'm going to do. They said that I guess she was like having a really hard time at the groomers today. I'm like, well, if I can't groom her, I don't know what to do. She's going to like constantly be matted, I guess. Some groomers, they refuse to take older dogs because of health issues or, you know, the possible health issue. And so I don't know. I'm just like, whatever. Whatever. I'll have to figure it out. Okay, I'm going to continue to dry this one. And then we're going to heat set these. So that feels pretty dry. You can tell a difference when it's dry because it doesn't feel sticky. Like right there, my finger stuck a little bit. So I'm just going to focus on some air. Okay. And then let's go ahead and make sure this side is dry. So yeah, that one felt dry. Okay, so that's good. Okay, let's get the heat. And then timer is going to be 30 seconds. Just getting stuff I need. Some parchment paper. That's why you learn to do it yourself. Yeah. I used to, Gypsy and Maddie, I did groom myself until they got too old. And well, I shouldn't say until they got too old. I did it myself until I got too busy working and everything. I just didn't have time to do it. And so I took them to the groomers and I tried to switch them to a different groomer. And they took one look at Gypsy and said, oh, heck no. She's going to have a heart attack on our table. I'm like, no, she's not. And so they refused. So I don't know what they're going to do with River. It's been the same groomer. It's not like I'm trying to change groomers on them. So. But yeah. Okay. So that's one end. And we're going to put our parchment paper down. And when that heats up to 300, we will... yeah, I guess she was like panting really heavily. And, but she pants heavily normally. I mean, I don't know. Don't all dogs pant when they're nervous because they're getting groomed? So, I don't know. It is what it is. I mean, they didn't say they wouldn't take her again. Matter of fact, they recommended that I put her on a 5-week rotation to help ease the process of grooming, you know, so that way they don't have to shave her or, you know, try to detangle her, you know, and that stress. So I was like, that makes sense. So I'm going to do that. I'll put her on a 5-week rotation. Oh, and they said it would help with her smell because she stunk really bad because it has been a while since she's been groomed. Of course she's going to stink. If I hadn't had a bath in 12 weeks, I'm going to stink, right? Okay. So we're going to go ahead and start this. It's at 285. I want it to be 300. It's only 10 degrees. Now it's at 290. So this is all good. But Willow, she didn't have any tangles or anything. So she's like this big white fluffy dog. I'll have to take a picture and post it on the business page and show y'all. She looks very, very cute. I came home and I was like, oh my goodness, look how cute you are. Whoops. Right? I mean, I get it. You know, they're in a business and stuff. It's get them in, get them out. I mean, they're there for like, gosh, when I drop them off, usually around 9, we don't get them until 1, 2 o'clock. So, I mean, they're there for a long time too. Stressed out and all that good stuff. So, okay. So now what we're going to do with this one is we're gonna heat set this in 2 trials. Maybe. Let's see. I'm gonna pick that up. 3. Because 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So yeah, it's all good. You can use an iron to heat set your inking projects. Put it on the highest, so if it's cotton, put it on cotton. And it's going to take about 4 to 5 minutes to heat set it. If you don't heat set it long enough and you go to wash it, it will like run. It'll look all yucky. So you want to make sure. And the way that you can figure out how it's going to feel is by the feeling of it when you've heat set it. It's going to feel like it's part of the material. You're not going to feel any ink like raised up. Oh, timer. Deborah. You're not going to feel any ink raised up or ridges like, it would raise up. Hold on. Oops. There we go. And so it's going to feel like it's part of the material. Like that wasn't quite dry. See how I have that? So I am not going to reuse that paper. I'm going to throw it away and I will grab another sheet. I'm using parchment paper. I get it from the Dollar Tree. So for like $1.25. Of course, I heard that the Dollar Tree is going up again. Has anybody else heard that? Yeah, the problem with giving her a bat, because she is a Maltipoo, so she's got Maltese and Poodle. She like gets matted. I mean, hi Hannah. She gets matted really easy, so she's got to be blowed out and brushed out and everything unless you shave her. It was my daughter's dog. I don't know why she bought her, and then she doesn't want to deal with her. When the kids when she starts biting the kids, she's like, I'm going to get rid of her. And I'm like, I'll take her. That way she can still be in your life. Man, as soon as they dropped her off on my doorstep. No, I'm joking. They still come in and see her. But it's funny is that they'll say, River, you want to come home with me? She comes and hides in my lap. She's like, no, I ain't going with you guys. You've got stressed out kids. The kids stress me out. She knows where it's her safety net is. Okay. So we just made a table runner. So this is ready. Now, when I feel this, I don't feel like ink is raised in. It feels like it's part of that material. That's how you know you have a permanent inking, and then you can throw it in the washer and wash it and you're good to go. Okay, so what we did was we did the center, and then I did the two ends with the lavender, and this is going to go on my coffee bar. What do y'all think? Isn't that cute? I'm going to bring you up here. Hey everybody. Very cute. This is ready to go on the coffee bar. Matter of fact, I think I'll take it in tonight and put it on there. And then I'm going to pull out my bee. I have like bee coffee mugs. That was the one thing I was like, oh, should I do a bee themed? But I like the Lavender Field. Thank you. So this is ready to go. So, hey, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you. So, yeah, cart link is in the description if you need anything. Don't hesitate to ask if you go to that cart link. I appreciate that. You can always add or subtract things that is not in there, or if you need it. And yeah, that's about it. So I will be back tomorrow with another project for y'all. So that way we can hang out. So until then, y'all have a great Thursday. If you are getting ready to go on a long weekend trip, be safe. And I will talk to y'all when you get back from that trip. And y'all have a great night. Good night, everyone.